This training, the way I teach, is not available anywhere. All right, so if you are new to business, this video will help you never work with broke clients again, or to just never work with broke clients, and here's why. When I was in college, I would do anything to work with a company. Now, if I worked with a company, I would make sure they were popular, they were liked by the public, they either had a big following or something to where they could tag my business and getting outside my network while utilizing their network. So by targeting companies that generally had like a better track record for success, or they just had a really great service, or they had a really great product, I would go and I would offer them a service. Now, depending on what the service was, I would get another pitch to, hey, well, can you do this? And then I'd be like, yes. And then I realized starting out that I would go to try to work with this company. I would do whatever service, whether it was free or I charged, didn't matter. I was trying to build my network, but then I would get derailed by somebody within the company that's like, well, hey, we got like this small mom and pa shop, or hey, we got this small e-com. And so what I started doing that really fucked me up was I started working with anybody. And when I started working with anybody, the price was anything. It was low. I was attracting broke clients, literally broke clients, meaning like they were broke mentally, they were broke financially, and the type of extra fucking work that I had to do was destroying me. So the type of extra work I did when I would work with clients that at the end of the day, they didn't give a shit about their business. They didn't care if they were successful, whether they were a coach or whether they actually had a brick and mortar business or it was all online. When my prices were low, I attracted that low energy, don't care, don't want to really be successful. We kind of make, some money. They would call it a side hustle, and which side hustles are great. They can make lots of money, but they weren't dedicated to it. And so they weren't dedicated to their success ultimately. And when I'd ask for payment, I would have problems getting payment. So then that set boundaries for me to always get paid first and then to render services. But to really get like social media clients and to really start training people and then to really start coaching. So those are like the three things that I do. But in order to have a successful coaching client or training client, first of all, they have to be qualified. They have to have the ability to pay. And you have to raise your price, and they got to be as hungry as you are, if not more, okay? Because it sucks working with somebody that doesn't care about their business and they're putting all of their success on you while not taking any action. That's the same type of people that could go through my program, Basic to Boss, and then afterwards, if they take no action, they get no action. Nothing is going to ever move for these people. So by raising my prices, I was raising the quality of clients I wanted to work with. I was raising the quality of companies I would allow myself to work with. I was weeding out like lowballers, tire kickers, people who just wanted to haggle on price. It's like, it's okay to banter back and forth about price a few times, but then at the end of the day, like, I just have no more money to give you. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, cool. Came in here off of a referral from a friend, generally like to help you out a little bit, but at the end of the day, it's like, get it. Like if I'm showing you testimonial videos or I'm showing you other work I've done or showing you that I have been extremely successful for other companies, but you don't believe it works, and I have fully communicated my value. I've provided all the proof, and then I always try to over deliver. But by always just being honest, I don't feel like I'm hitting you with some scripted sales line that's like, oh, that was clever. Like that's how they got my business. It's like if your most creative part of your business is the way you sell something, you're not going to make it past the fulfillment part. You're not going to be creative enough. Your product or your service is going to suck. Like if you're just focused on the sale. If you just focus on the sale the whole time, like that's great, but to hit somebody with a sleazy, cheesy sales line and then have an underdeveloped product or an underdeveloped service that you don't even go the extra mile to kick ass for their brand or business, you are never going to be successful. So by ultimately just being honest in sales meetings and letting people know, like, hey, like, this is what I've done. Like I'm a service-based marketer. I can do this. Like I'm literally going to help you go from basic to boss for your brand or business, And then what kind of helps even further is like, not to just say that like people out here running social media agencies, like that's great, but I've really dialed in how to work with local clients. I've mastered this. And then on top of it, I train people because I have an actual space. So like right here, right now, I will bring people in and I will train them. It will not be cheap by any means because I'm giving you all my secrets in which I've had to like literally like help other people grow their businesses, expand their audience, expand their influence, get more sales in, or whatever it be. I won't work with just anybody. It's a high ticket service, and especially because when it comes to training or coaching, you are literally giving them your time, and once you give that up, there's no getting that back. So yes, it has to be worth it for both. But then again, if you're training other professionals that want to come in and either do what I do, or they can use the course that I have, which is like 16 hours. It's a ridiculous amount in length, but it's absolutely a lethal blow to the market, and it's not being taught like this anywhere. I don't care. One conversation with me, they will know that this training, the way I teach, is not available anywhere. In a few different pitches, like just in all honesty, I'm like, why wouldn't you not spend $10,000 with me? Or why wouldn't you not spend $7,000 or $6,000? Whatever it is for however many people they want to do like on-site training. Now, of course, I sell this at a low price right now for $997, but Basic the Boss will be going up to $3,000. But for now, what I'm saying is when I talk to people and doing the on-site training, or they want a hybrid, like let's say they live in a different country, but they still want to buy the course, but then they want something to hold them accountable. So I have to sell them additional coaching services to make it a hybrid beyond just answering them in the private group, because they want actual time. But to make sure they're qualified, they always say people who pay attention, and that's so real. So by raising your prices, you're literally raising the quality of life you want. You are raising your standards. You are raising the type of customer you want to work with. If you think about it, their standards are about just as high, if not higher than yours, as far as when it comes to their success. Because when I work with these people that come in and I'm like, okay, you got this many people that want to come through, and it's going to be this, we're going to do this, and this, and that's going to cost you $12,000. And they're like, well, whoa, like what? And I'm like, okay, hold on. A $12,000 investment right now for you does not sound crazy at all, because when we get to the end of the program, even if I help you make $35,000 in the first 30 days, or you use the strategies that I literally teach that I've done for myself, and you go and you pitch a 40K and then you get it, or you go pitch a 60K and you get it, because the way I structure things is just completely different. It's not taught in college anywhere. And I've literally been helping other social media marketing agencies, other coaches, and other people who want to sell training all within my area. And then now I've started to sell it to people that are online as well too. For my 24 people go through it. I got their feedback. I readjusted to where this is the exact lethal blow to the market that's not available. And like literally, I could have saved myself over $50,000 in debt, 4 years in college, and almost having to close my business and borrow money from family, which was extremely like gone are the days, but like it was extremely embarrassing. So raise your price, and I'm telling you, you will raise the quality of customer that comes into your life, and they will help you while you help them. I'm not even kidding. You will literally reap the benefits, and you will be able to sell high ticket services, or you will be able to rebrand, reposition, and raise your price if you're an existing business and make way more money, or you can sell more training and coaching or develop your own training program. Either way, all these things are covered in Basic the Boss. And I couldn't be more happy than to go in here and help you raise your price, because you have an absolute lethal product, or you have an absolute lethal training course, whatever it is. I'm telling you, the price on that needs to go up, or release it at a certain price, but then raise it and let everybody know. It's like for mine's $997 right now. I'm doing like 30 and 35K pitches I'm getting. I'm like nothing. I'm out pitching in new companies all the time, and it's like, oof, 40K if that hits, 10K if that hits, 12K if that hits. So, I mean, come on. This is the lifestyle you guys want, and it's just question is, will you commit to it? Will you commit to your success? Because I believe in you. This is what this channel is dedicated to. The way to get a hold of me is in the comments. Join our free group. It absolutely will cost you nothing to jump in there, get motivated, and to get some tips on just how to get started, to get going and get crushing your dreams, guys. Because I'll tell you what, have a plan, show up with a plan, and kick ass, guys. Raise your price. And for existing businesses, rebrand, reposition, raise your price. And for people that, like, let's say you sell training, coaching, Literally, I want you to fucking crush it. I want you to raise your price. For people that are out there selling social media services to local clients, don't take anybody. Do not take anybody. Make your price a little, not ridiculous, but make your price hard to get. The thing is you might have to hold your breath for a while, but then boom, you get that 35K client. Boom, you get a 50K client. Okay, how many more of these do you need? How many more can you handle? So I cover all this, but I just really wanted to help you raise your price because you're worth it. I believe in you. And especially anybody that's going to go through my course or join my network, they're going to raise their price too because they're going to make money because I want to commit to their success because this is all I do. I'll see you guys in the next one.